What up? Your boy Alchemist here, and this video is gonna be me reviewing my opinion on Kingdom Hearts 3. Basically, give my own personal opinions and ratings on it. Spoiler alert! If you haven't read I'm pretty sure I put it inside the title of the video. Spoiler alert! So if you haven't beaten the game or anything yet, click away from the video now. I don't want to ruin any game experience for anybody. But let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about for Kingdom Hearts 3 is gameplay. The gameplay itself is amazing. I would give the gameplay like a 10 out of 10 when it comes to actual combat. I feel as if they really improved on the way Sora should fight. Like, for once, I felt powerful as Sora. Like, like if you go back to like the Kingdom Hearts 2 type of trailers and cinematic openings and stuff, you had Sora off flipping off walls, dodging and stuff, and it never felt like we could control Sora to the full capacity like in his CGI. But like in this game, we're able to free run off the wall and stuff with flow motion. Flow motion actually feels like it's called a flow motion. Like it feels smooth, like you're really flowing with Sora. So I give the gameplay a 10 out of 10, especially like when it came to like fighting bosses. They had unique fighting mechanics for them bosses. Like for the world of Mount Olympus, when fighting the Titans, it felt so amazing. Running up the wall, dodging the rocks, climbing up the mountain, climbing up the Titan, fighting them, and doing the roller coaster thing. Even when you fighting all three Titans, and then the tornado, and then tornado suck you up, and you would skydive, and you would dodge into tornado attacks and stuff. Like that was amazing. Every boss battle had its own unique mechanic to it a little bit on what the boss would do. The boss would do something really outrageous, and you felt really immersed into the gameplay when it came to fighting certain bosses. Now my con on that, there were certain bosses where Mount Olympus really showed out on its boss battle when it came to unique mechanics and stuff. After Mount Olympus, some bosses kind of was lackluster. Like for example, Toy Story fighting the UFO. The UFO ain't really doing anything special. You just had to get on top of the UFO and just start swinging off him. He ain't really doing anything, groundbreaking, changing to the gameplay. Tangled had something different. The boss was climbing up the boss was trying to trap you in a cage. You had to climb up the freaking tower, and then after you knock the boss down, you free fall and hit him. It was certain bosses that had it, that had some good, uniqueness to it when it came to fighting. Even the final boss against Xehanort, the forcing you to go into rage mode, the fighting underwater. Oh, come on, B, like that was amazing. Fighting underwater. Come on now, gliding in the air while you fighting him, like that was amazing. It was an amazing boss fight. It could have been harder. I can't really say. My character was my Sora was really over leveled when I was doing mine, so I can't really say if it was hard or not. I had some friends that said the boss battle was kind of hard. Me, I was able to just mash buttons with no worries and just do me and joke around because of my Sora being strong. But yeah, gameplay wise, I wish some boss battles was very unique, just like Mount Olympus Titans and like Xehanort and stuff. Some was kind of lackluster. So I guess I'll give the gameplay a 9, I guess. But the overall game mechanics, like the fighting mechanics, the combos, the putting your magic into it and stuff, was nice. It was smooth. I didn't feel like it was jagged a little bit. The frames was okay, so it was decent. It was decent. I will have to say though, another con about this new fighting style, whatever. I don't like the whole using any cure magic immediately make your MP go to 0 and have to recharge. I understand when it comes to the links. The links make sense. You're using a whole link with a little invincibility to them, and they doing broken stuff. Understandable. But when it comes to cure and stuff, like for example, my MP bar, based on the footage in the background, my MP bar is pretty high. I don't think me using a regular cure should jeopardize me and make it that I go straight to 0 to having to recharge my MP, especially if I'm having something has a high MP like this. Like Cure may be like 10 MP calls, and then I may have stuff on to make it like 5 MP calls, some crap like that. And then I use it and it make my whole bar go away. And I'm like, my sword's strong. I shouldn't have to recharge from using Cure. Curaja is a different story because it heals my full health. But if I'm using something like Cure, it shouldn't have a jeopardy on me like that if my sword that strong. But that's my only critique. But I understand why they did it though. They wanted to influence characters, players to use more items, because with Cure being able to spam it with your MP bar, you didn't really have to worry about having to use items because Cure was all you needed. But I feel like they could have went back to the whole it's a time limit on your Cure. Like if you use Cure, then it's a cooldown on it to like probably like 45 seconds, something like that. They could have did something like that to make it more balanced out. But that's my only critique on that one. Everything else felt pretty good. Even though opening chests, I wish that open up a chest would have gave me like meteor flare or some crap like that, some broken magic, but they wanted to stick with the whole use a magic and then you get Fireza or Arrowza and then do something very broken, which is understandable. They didn't want us killing bosses pretty quick and stuff, and killing ass pretty quick. But you found your ways. Next, music and graphics. Graphics in this game is dumb nice. Like, I really loved when I went to Tangle and I seen the nature and stuff. Like, it was nothing I can hate on. Like the scenery itself, like going into the town for the first time, had just took my eye. Like I personally took a picture because of how beautiful it looked, skybox and all. Even when it came to Big Hero 6, that big giant town was amazing. Music was good on certain worlds. Certain worlds I didn't like the music. Mount Olympus is one of my favorite music in the game, songs in the game when it comes to soundtracks, because it just feels like it fits so perfectly for the environment and the situation itself. Like, it sounds heroic. Like, it makes me feel like I want to be a hero like Hercules. So that was amazing. Twilight Town had a good song. You know, the music, I ain't gonna lie, the battle music too, the fighting music was pretty nice. Even fighting against Xehanort, I felt very pumped up. Like, I felt like, you know what, we can't lose, Sora. We gotta do good. We gotta do great. Like, that's how amazing it felt. But that's all I gotta say about graphics and music. Like, you can't really hate on the graphics or music in this game. The graphics and music in this game is just top notch. Like, you can really tell they spend time on it. Even the CGI moments, like doing Frozen and Pirate Caribbean, looked so nice. Like, I wish they didn't make Sora CGI face look so babyish, like a little girlish. Like, they could have added some, you know, a little more mannish features to it, like Riku's. I don't know why they make it look kind of girlish, babyish for Sora CGI a little bit. But it's not too bad. But I'm just saying it could have been a little, you know, a little more boyish like Riku's. Like, they didn't have to go that far. But I guess I can nitpick that one. That's a matter of opinion. But then again, it's an opinion video, so I'm gonna say what I want to say. Anyway, worlds and story. Oh man, how am I gonna say this without people hating on me? The worlds, I feel like the worlds was just there for gameplay. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the story, like the plot at the beginning was make Sora learn the power of awakening, right? As the story kept going on, it felt like we just going into and regaining his strength. As the story kept going on, it felt as if we was just straying away from that plot more and more. We were just going into worlds just because. Literally, when we went to Tangle, Sora just wanted to chill. Like, that's like it didn't feel like it was any serious matter. Like, Sora, he forgot about trying to learn the power of awakening a little bit, even though they kept bringing it back up. But it wasn't like, no, Sora went to the place and he was like, man, I got to learn how to do the power of awakening. It was like, and then it kept coming back to square one. Sora wanting to go save Aqua, but then not having the power awakening, being thrown back in his face again, and then we go back to more worlds, and it's like, okay, we're going back to these more worlds, but not one of them teaching us the power awakening. Sora not really questioning the power awakening. We just going through these worlds, saving these people from heartless problems. And it felt like the pacing was a little off too, because it's like whenever we went into a world, some random nobody would pop up, talk is ish, throw some doubt in Sora's ear. It was the same pattern. Some random nobody pop up, talk is ish, and then basically coming up with a lie. And when I mean lie, I mean as in talking about some, you never know, we may need a princess of the light if y'all can come on y'all 7 guardians. Oh, we may need to make a heart out of Data in case y'all can't do y'all job right, and etc, etc. And it was like, bro, Xehanort planned everything already. Y'all purposely planned on Sora to get in his 7 guardians anyway. Like y'all lying. Y'all just making up fake plots inside these worlds that was unnecessary. Even 100 acres, like Winnie the Pooh world was like so irrelevant and so short. Like it had no point in being in the game. It was just brought there, like it was just there for a fan favorite, to be honest. There was no reason for Winnie the Pooh to be there in this game. And some worlds, Sora was literally just there to be there. I feel like the plot of the story did not happen until you completed every world. After you beat every world, then it's like everything just got rushed at us and thrown down our throat immediately. It was like, okay, you beat Big Hero 6, bam, we finna go save Aqua. Okay, you just say Aqua, bam, we finna save Vented. Okay, we just say Vented, bam, we finna go to the graveyard. At the graveyard, somehow we do some mumbo jumbo crap. Well, we lose, and then like time it looked like time got reversed, but we was replaying the same situation over again. But it different happened, because then bam, Terra popped up, somehow saved us. Then bam, the dude from whatever the app game called come and saved us. And it was like everything was just being thrown at us real fast, and just plot armor BS was being thrown out there from every corner just to save Sora and them. I like that Sid popped up and saved us, because he used to be a Keyblade master, so it was awesome to see him pop up in action, actually do something. But I feel like the story, it was really rushed. Like when it comes to, like, if you really want to be serious and not like be a fan and lie, I feel like the story was rushed towards the end. Like the worlds they should have, I feel like, me personally, I feel like they should have paced it a little bit throughout the worlds. Not every time we go into the world, they come up with some fake reason why the nobodies wanted to start some chaos there. And then after we beat the world, then they want to throw some cutscenes at us of what's really going down and what's really important. If you understand what I'm saying. Now, to the main part, the ending, I feel as if they shouldn't have dropped a final battle trailer. That's how I feel. I feel like the final battle trailer was spoiling too much, as the company themselves, Nomura and themselves, putting out there. Reason I say that, because the final battle really showed a lot that did need to be shown, that could have been left as a as a surprise, basically. Like seeing the whole everybody get attacked and taken and Sora crying and stuff, that all could have been avoided of showing us, so we would have been way more surprised at the ending. When Kyrie got killed, that surprised me. I didn't expect. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back to the fighting every boss thing. Fighting every boss was a little bit rushed. I felt the pacing they did it. Like I literally feel like they should have paced that through the story. Like next thing you know, we just see Mickey getting fought by like 4 people, Riku getting fought by 3 people, and then it's like after we killed them, then they do their little cutscene in the middle of the fight, and then we go right back to fighting again. It was like, okay, I understand what y'all doing, but let's be honest, no cutscene finna happen in the middle of a fight for real. Like, let's be real here. That would not happen. Even the whole Riku having his dark side come out his body and stuff, that was a little confusing and thrown in the blue. But I'm not gonna question it though. There's a lot of heart thing going on in this game that just happened out the blue. Like dude popping up from the app game coming out of nowhere. You see it makes sense, but dude coming out and helping Sora them in Keyblade Graveyard, that was a surprise. Now the Kyrie thing, I did not expect Kyrie of getting killed. That was a real big surprise, and I'm happy they didn't show us that. But then again, it kind of showed us why Sora was crying, so we kind of did know it a little bit. Like it was hinted a little bit, because we never did see the scene why Sora was crying at the part where he struck Xehanort. So we knew something else bad was gonna happen. But the main thing that got me, that kind of upsetted me a little bit, was leading us on. They was leading us on to make it think it was a way greater thing going on, but it wasn't. It was like, for example, Young Xehanort kept saying, Sora, you already made your fate, and and you really over here sitting here watching the game unfold. You like, dang, like what's finna go down? And then at the end of the day, it was like, bro, everything still happened the usual way. We knew Xehanort was gonna summon Kingdom Heart, and we knew we was gonna have to fight him at Scala and Column. It was like, bro, why is Young Xehanort putting on the front of something, like making it sound so serious and crazy? But it didn't. Nothing really serious happened. We chased after Xehanort the exact same way. Like I feel like he was pulling on the air. He put on the front for no reason when it wasn't that serious. And then I like that they made us feel bad for the bad people though. Like feeling bad for the nobodies and stuff. That got me a little bit, because any game that knows how to make you feel bad for the bad people is a great game. That means they did great on character development, and to feel some type of way for the nobodies after we beat them during the Keyblade War, that felt great. They did good on character development. Now, the juicy part that everybody been waiting to hear me talk about, the ending. The ending was good, cause it feels like they was trying to wrap up so much. Like I said, I feel like the ending was rushed a little bit. It seemed like they was wrapping up everything quick. Bam, Naminé is back. Bam, Ventus, Terra, and Aqua is back. Bam, Roxas, Axel, and Sion is back. Bam, they all just having a great time on Destiny Island. Young Eric just came back, saving them, stopping Xehanort. Now that was a plot twist. That right there, I respected that one. That was a good plot twist. But the learning about what Kingdom Heart does and how it wipes the world and make it pure again, basically it's starting over. It felt good finally knowing what was the point of Kingdom Hearts. So I'm happy they kind of introduced that. But my confusing part is when it was on Destiny Island. I feel like they rushed the whole part where Sora said he gonna go save Kyrie on his own. I feel like that at that moment when they said Sora was going on to save Kyrie, that should have been the lead up to the next game. But immediately after he says that, after the credits, they own Destiny Island. And this is the confusing part, and I don't know speculations. I don't know what Nomura is thinking right now. But let me tell you my thoughts on that situation at the end, or what I seen. When they showed that ending, it's like three things that went in my head on what possibly could have happened. What possibly could have happened is, one, Sora did save Kyrie. When I was sitting on that tree thing, that was probably Kyrie reminiscing on how she was always talking to Sora on that tree, and then she started crying because Sora was gone. Meaning Sora could have done something to save her, to bring her back home, but he couldn't get back home. Meaning Sora could have died, Sora risked his heart again to save her, etc. That's what I was thinking until I seen the secret video, but I'm not gonna get into the secret video yet. Another thing that could have happened was they showed a role reverse. They showed how the usual seating they was on the tree, where Sora was sitting on the left side and Kyrie was sitting on the right side. This time Sora was sitting on the right side and Kyrie was on the left side. It could have been swap roles, whereas in actually Kyrie wasn't there and Sora was there, thinking about how things were with her. You know, like if you understand what I'm saying, like they was trying to show like a role reverse how it was when they both sit on the tree. But another thing is, another speculation, third speculation. Sora was there, and Sora pulled the Goku move on her with the whole Chi-Chi thing. Him leaving and not being able to stay. Him telling her something, saying like, I can't stay here, I gotta go on another journey, and her crying that Sora leaving her again for like what, third, fourth time. And it's like, you know, when you love somebody, seeing them leave out your life all the time to go on a trip can be hurting to the heart for her. So her being sad that Sora's leaving again is probably like just detrimental to her, because she loved this guy. So that's another prediction. Her crying because Sora just told her, I gotta go again, and then she like, I understand, and a tear come from my eye, because she like, finally I thought things was over and everybody was safe and stuff, and you leaving me again. So that's another prediction. And then now the secret video. The secret video. I feel like Nomura is advertising his own game in his own game. He's slick. He's very slick. I respect him for that, because advertising your own game inside your own game, like that's brilliant. That's brilliant. To be honest, when I seen that trailer when Toy Story first introduced itself as a world, and I went inside I wanted that game. Yozora, whatever, I wanted that game. And to see that they pop Sora and Riku in that world with him makes me think maybe Kingdom Hearts sequel, because the Xehanort arc is over with, maybe the Kingdom Hearts sequel won't be Disney movies no more. Maybe the new sequel gonna be based around like Square Enix or Final Fantasy games. And the reason I say that, because that Nomura game looks like, Yozora game looks like Final Fantasy to me. So much, graphics and all. And I'm a Final Fantasy fan. That's how I can tell you. Graphics and all, it looks like a Final Fantasy game. And to see Sora and them thrown in that environment is very unique and very interesting. Because, I mean, in this game, usually a Final Fantasy character is always in the Kingdom Hearts game. And the fact that we didn't get like one Final Fantasy character in this game, it seems to me they tried Nomura set that up. Like he want to save his characters for the Kingdom Hearts characters for Final Fantasy characters, because of him knowing he finna throw Sora in that situation. Which also brings like kind of a bright side, because now like we finally gonna get something new instead of the same Disney worlds, because Disney don't have that many movies out there. But also, the fact is we may also see Sora and Riku them more in a serious situation in graphics as Final Fantasy, and we all know how dark Final Fantasy can get in certain situations. So seeing Sora and them thrown in that situation, in that environment, is very unique. And it seems like the way they set it up seems like it will be set up like Dream Drop Distance, where we get to play as both, because they both in the same world, but it seemed like they were doing polar opposites with the red and the blue, the different type of if you seen the secret video, you know what I'm talking about. It was like Sora was like orange and red on his side, and then Riku's like blue on his side. So it's clearly it gonna be a Dream Drop Distance type situation. You play as both. But I wonder if I didn't mind Dream Drop Distance. I didn't care about it. The whole drop-in, certainly it didn't bother me. It bothered some, but it didn't bother me. But that also brings another question in. The speculation is like, why did Sora leave? Or did Sora even have an option to leave? Like I was talking about, what if Sora saved Kairi, but now Sora got thrown into a different world from saving Kairi? And what if Riku went to that world to go save Sora? Because Kairi was crying, and now it's the reverse role. Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, you had Sora leave Destiny Island to go save Riku, and now this one, which would be like Kingdom Hearts 4, you got Riku going to save Sora from his fate that he just did to save Kairi. It makes sense. It would make sense, guys. It would make sense for Riku to leave Destiny Island to go save Sora. That's another thing. We did see Riku go on the Gummy ship to pick up Naminé, so we know Naminé is with everybody else on Destiny Island. But that's also, like I'm saying, Riku probably left to go save Sora from his fate of in a different world, or maybe not. Maybe we just missing a whole giant part that Nomura don't want to show us until he dropped like a Kingdom Hearts 3 final mix, and Nomura don't want to show us what happened in between the whole Sora saving Kairi, or yeah, the Sora saving Kairi basically. I just feel like that part was rushed. Like, just showing Sora immediately Sora has Kairi saved up and everything. I just feel like that part was just so rushed. Like, he could have milked that. But hey, who am I? I'm just a gamer on YouTube right now. I want to go in the gaming field, but hey, like I said, I'm just a gamer on YouTube right now. But that's also another good thing too. It's a lot of things that he can use to set up, because now that every character is back, Axel, Roxas, Xion, Terra, Ventus, Aqua, he got a lot of characters he can use in his arsenal. Oh yeah, and go backwards. This reaction is coming. This review is coming out before all my parts. All my parts will not be out yet. They are coming out after this review. So do not watch this review going along with my story. And also, I feel like Sora, they need to stop sleeping on Sora and give him more important role. They need to stop making it. He do have important role. He the main character. What I mean is that, as in, they acting like Sora haven't saved the world like 3-4 times already, and treating him like a little kid. When the final battle happened, if you beat the game, you know what I'm talking about. The final battle happened. They made it seem like Sora was just not ready. After his friends got taken, he immediately just broke down in the tears, talking about he's nothing, he's weak, I can't do nothing without my friends. And I'm like, bro, do you know how many fights you gotten into already without your friends? Why does it make it seem like Sora just immediately weak when his friends were going? I understand the crying part. I understand if you're crying that your friends just got captured. But the fact is, then you over here crying saying you're nothing and you're weak from just them disappearing in front of you for a moment. Like, bro, Sora's not that weak. Like, I don't like how they try to make my boy Sora weaker than what he actually is. Like, we seen Sora do amazing stuff. We just seen him fight Xandor. Yeah, he had Goofy and Donald with him, but we know who was doing the main work. You feel me? But that's the end of my review. Overall, I'll give the game like an 8 or 9. I feel like the story was a little bit rushed. Like, it was a little discombobulated. Oh, I didn't even talk about the main. Hold on, I'm finna end the video and stuff. Main point. Xigbar being Luxu? What? What type of Naruto Black Zetsu betraying Madara plot twist is this? Like, this whole time Xigbar, and I knew something was up, because when he said may your heart be your guiding key, all my friends over here talking about something. Hey, he got Xandor inside him. Xandor know about that saying. Why would Xandor say that saying? That don't add up. That don't make sense. But when you see him say that and they cut him off, I was questioning it through my whole playthrough. And then that's when it clicked to me at the very end when they told him, they was like, Luxu. And I'm like, Xigbar is Luxu? And then they didn't go deeper into his role, and knowing that it's gonna be a new game, there's gonna be 7 darknesses. We don't know how many lights it's gonna be, and maybe 13 lights. But the fact is, in Xigbar is Luxu just throws another giant what the fuck at our heads, like a giant question mark. Like, what did he go through? Who did he possess? How did he trade his heart over? Or that how Xigbar looked the whole time, but Xigbar had Xandor inside of him? How did that work? How did that work? He was talking about Xandor was gonna pass down his Keyblade to him, but Luxu, you was here before Xandor, so ain't you the one that was in control of Xandor the whole time? You set all this up. You said you set all this up. All the other masters are back, and I'm just assuming they gonna be the 7 darks. Maybe it's just all confusion at the moment. Just seeing Luxu and that Xigbar is Luxu, and not opening the black box. We don't even know what's inside the black box. Just saw hope. They just said hope is inside the black box. And we know Kingdom Hearts starts the world over. And in the secret trailer, we seen someone else trying to make the Kingdom Heart again. And it's like, bro, where does it end? We need answers. Where does it end? Where the confusion end? Yeah, you wrapped everything up with the Terra, Aqua, and all that stuff. But where does the story connect? We need more backstories. That's my issue with the story, and why I'm giving the game like an 8 or a 9. We need more backstory on certain characters, thrown at us more early than what he's throwing at us at the moment. We need more backstory on Luxu. We need more backstory on Xandor, on why he even wanted to do everything like this. We need more backstory on the Masters during them, the how many years it been since the first Keyblade War. Well, the other Masters, how many years it been? Like 100 something, whatever. Like, we need more backstories, and I hope Nomura expound on that more in a newer Kingdom Heart, because we know we're gonna have more Kingdom Heart before he dropped the Kingdom Heart 4. We know this already. He needs to expound more on Xigbar backstory and stuff, so that everything makes sense for us while we playing the story. It was so many moments we playing the game, and we was literally confused on why people motives. We was confused on why people was doing certain stuff and following certain people, and we never really get the answers why. We just killed them. It's like, bro, we need a backstory on these people, and we need to know what was their thought process, their feelings at the moment. At the end, when we killed them, you feel bad for them because they finally realized they got a heart and stuff. But it was like, bro, we needed more backstory on why they was doing certain things. Like, for example, Axel's best friend, that backstory right there was type of that connection right there was really important to me, and how they fleshed it out was kind of great. We don't know who the girl they was talking about, that they was talking about, they was trying to say, but they never found any traces of her. But the fact is, why they did certain things, and he admitted he was jealous and stuff, that was amazing. That was a motive, and I like that, knowing that. But that's the end of my review on Kingdom Hearts 3. I give the game an 8 or 9. Was it worth the 13 years? I believe it's 13 years. Was it worth 13 years? Yeah, the game was fun. I already have like 70 hours inside the game. Do I feel like the story need to be fleshed out more? Yes. I feel like they throw a lot of stuff at us and then try to wrap it up at the very end when they should have slowly eased up to the climax of the game, not us just going through worlds and then after we beat every world, then they try to climax everything at us. I feel like they need to work on their approach when it comes to giving out the story a little bit more, so they can engage with people, more viewers. There's so many people that's on YouTube trying to make summaries for Kingdom Hearts series itself for newcomers, and newcomers can't understand what's going on because it's like this, dark that, heart this, heart that, friendship. It's so much stuff going on and anomalies that's happening. You'd be like, this don't make sense. How is that possible? This is just fiction. You're just throwing this out your butt for the story to try to make sense. And it's like, if they just fleshed out the story more, it wouldn't feel that type of way. Like that whole Riku, the dark Riku, past Riku being inside of Riku, the whole light person from the Kingdom Hearts app game coming in there helping Sora. Like them things need to be brought up more and fleshed out more for it to just be thrown at us randomly and not making sense, if you understand what I'm saying. But that's the end of my review of Kingdom Hearts 3. It was a pretty fun game, great game. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm still dropping the last parts and my reactions on certain parts is priceless. I want it to be loud, but it was late, so it really is kind of it's priceless because me trying to withhold myself from yelling and stuff. But hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I hope I didn't talk too much for you guys. This is my personal opinion. Don't hate anything. I'm open to seeing other people's opinions and speculations in the comments below. If you want to leave a comment, we can discuss it more in the comment section below. Leave everything friendly and positive. We're just here to discuss the game. There's nothing hating, not trying to call nobody stupid, anything like that. Just keeping it positive, people getting their personal opinions on the situation. Like I said, I give the game, it was a great game. Well, I call it the game of the year. I say it's probably one of the runner-ups. I wouldn't give it that high of a standing for a game of the year, just because of how they try to approach the story. But I will say this is up there though. Like, if you had a vote for like 4 games to be game of the year, this will be one of them up there. Like I said, great game, pretty fun. It was not one boring moment. I was really engaged with the game. It felt like the cutscenes felt like movies. Like, that's how engaging it were. Some people hate cutscenes being that long, but for a game like Kingdom Hearts, I feel like it needs to be that long. But yep, like I said, leave a comment what your thoughts and suggestions are, but your thoughts and opinions down below. Leave a like. And subscribe. I need some subscribers. There's a lot of people watch my videos, they don't subscribe. I need help. I will be going back to my funny videos and editing and playthroughs. I just had to really beat Kingdom Hearts 3 because I've been waiting on this game for the longest. Hope y'all enjoyed my review, my opinion. And like always, stay up and may your heart be your guiding key. And I'm still surprised on Zigbar being locked, so this adds so many questions. And I'm still surprised about the Kyrie crying and Sora being gone and Riku going to save him. There's so many theories and speculations that can go into this, but I'm out. Peace.